Hello, everyone. This is Liam, the extra large leprechaun for miirish.com and Live in the Pub. I would like to welcome you to today's podcast as originally broadcast on Q90.1 Delta College Public Radio and made possible with the production assistance of the White Crow Conservatory of Music in Saginaw, Michigan. If you enjoy today's podcast, we encourage you to visit our Facebook pages and let us know. Like Live in the Pub, Q90.1 Delta College Public Radio, the White Crow Conservatory of Music, miirish.com, and our podcast sponsors like biddymurphy.com. If you would like to become a podcast sponsor, email us at miirish.com@gmail.com. Now, enjoy your Live in the Pub podcast.
Hello, and welcome to Live in the Pub. And guess what, folks? I do have my co-host, Siusan O'Rourke, here today.
Hi, Sig.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's nice to have you back.
I know. It's nice to be back.
Sure all the people are going to be thrilled to hear your voice again.
I'm sure I'll have to fend off massive amounts of emails.
That's right. It's great to have you back.
We're going to, listen to a little bit of fiddle music today.
That sounds great.
We don't, it doesn't seem like we really play a lot of it. I mean, other than the few tunes that we start our show off with each day, or at least when I do the show, I always try to start off with a couple of instrumental tune sets. But I thought today we'll give you a good tasting of some of the best of that the Irish community has had to offer as far as fiddle players. And we are going to start right out with an older CD, shocking I know, by Kevin Burke, and it's called Sweeney's Dreams, and it's fiddle tunes from County Sligo. And we're going to listen to the first three cuts from this just back to back. And the reason why I'm doing that, like sometimes we pick and choose, which songs we're going to put on or which tunes we're going to put on, but there's usually a lot of thought that goes into actually laying out a CD, and there's a reason for that. So yeah. I thought, I'm not going to second guess the gods, and I'm just going to play them back to back as they saw fit to lay them on the CD. So the first set of tunes is going to be it's Love at the Endings and John McGrath's Reel, The Humors of Lissadell's and Sweeney's Dream, and then Murphy's Hornpipe. I love ending with a hornpipe. Hornpipes are like my favorite. So we're going to listen to some Kevin Burke.
All right, let's hear it.
We are listening to an older CD by Kevin Burke called Sweeney's Dreams, fiddle tunes from County Sligo and Ireland. Just so that you know, this CD was originally issued by Meadowlands Records back in 1973. So it is, a pretty old recording. And then it was reissued on Folkways recordings by Moses Ash. And I think it was reissued as number F8876.
Actually, it was Smithsonian Folkways. This is Smithsonian.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Smithsonian, but they're
Yeah.
called Folkways
Right,
recording.
right,
That's what
yeah.
it is. So, just so that there's no confusion, you can probably find an old copy of it just on Meadowlands Records as well. Still, it's a great CD. It has some fabulous tunes, and we're going to listen to two more. They're all real short. All these tune sets are like under 3 minutes, so you're getting a lot of music for your buck. I call it. I'd rather hear.
A lot of tunes.
Yeah, I'd rather hear more tunes and get a sense of the music than hear just two tunes that are incredibly long. So we're going to skip ahead to number 8 on this recording. Actually, let's go to number 7, Toss the Feathers, and then number 8, The King of the Fairies, and then go right to one of probably everybody's favorite, Mason's Apron paired with Langton's Reel.
All right, let's hear that.
Well, hello, everybody. Hi, Zig, but especially hi, Susan. Long time no see. Good to have you back at the Dirty Tree Pub. What do you think of the new digs now that they've added the coffee and tea? The business is booming this time of day, and I was never used to having this many people in the Dirty Tree Pub, but, you know, with Rosie really honing her barista skills, and Donna and her dirty tea and all the other wonderful teas she's put together, this place is just hopping this time of day now. In fact, rumor has it they're going to be putting tabletops on the pool tables in the back to accommodate everybody that's showing up to enjoy the coffee and tea this time of day. So I hope you will try some, Susan, and enjoy them and let us know what you think. And I'm going right into the calendar today. There's nothing really special going on there either. If you look closely, it's all our regular stuff, radio shows and podcasts and sessions and shows like that. I had a great time at the Saline Celtic Festival last weekend. They sure know how to have a great time in Saline. Liam is always treated very special there, and I want to thank everybody at the Saline Celtic Festival, and especially all the entertainment acts. Good job to everyone. I enjoy it much. If you're up for a drive, the Cleveland Irish Fest is listed on our schedule coming up this weekend, but that's out of Michigan. We don't promote that one a lot, except it is on our calendar in case you're ready to drive, and there is a link on our festivals page to that, so feel free to go to miirish.com, check out any of the shows, the regular things you see, and I'm going to just break away because I'm just happy to see Susan here. I'm going to talk with her while there's music playing, and I hope everybody enjoys the rest of the show today, and as always, my friends, stay Irish.
right. Nice stuff.
Great stuff. That we've been listening to Kevin Burke so far, just so you know. And thanks, Liam, for catching us up on all the great Irish events that are happening in our area.
Yeah, Liam.
It's always good to have Liam around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Liam, you need to start working on that tan, man.
Yeah.
No, I didn't want to say anything to him, but
do leprechauns tan?
they do if he
Do they?
just lay out
I didn't
in
know if they
something
did.
other than his leprechaun costume.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get those UVA rays through that leprechaun.
That's right,
Those-
especially that
big,
leprechaun
tall
hat.
hat casts a pretty long shadow.
Yeah, especially if you're a long leprechaun.
Maybe he's afraid of burning, you know. Maybe he's one of those really fair-skinned Irish leprechauns, you know.
Maybe. I
Could
don't
be.
know.
We're going to break it up a little bit, and this is going to be very unusual for some of you. I'm just kind of warning you. This is Seamus Fay, and Seamus is known as the Lilting Cavan Man, and he's from Cavan, and he is an award-winning lilter. Now, for those of you who don't know what lilting is, it's mouth music. It's a very old tradition
It's cool
in
stuff,
Ireland.
though.
And I just want to read just a little bit of the cover of this. In the late 1920s, Seamus Fay's father, James, walked out of the Cavan County store a little poorer, but with a gramophone under his arm. The instrument tapped into a natural music vein in the family and was to perhaps be the greatest gift Seamus ever got. It opened up a whole world of recorded music, from the great Cayley bands to musicians and singers from all parts of the country. Mouth music, to me, is just it's really an unthinkable art form, that you're actually imitating the melody of an old reel or an old jig or an old hornpipe orally, because you're not a player.
Well, I
of
think the one
instrument.
thing you got to realize, most of these tunes were done on fiddles and whistles and that sort of thing in Ireland. And of course, no, he's just doing it with his voice. So it's a
That's
different thing.
kind
Yeah.
of what I said.
Well, yeah, I know
think
that.
it's an amazing art form
I'm just breaking
that
it down.
people who did not play an instrument still continued to carry on the instrumental
Mm-hmm.
music of the country orally, rather than just, I'm a singer, so I'm only going to sing songs that have words.
You're right.
So it's a very different kind of animal, I think,
Sure it is.
than most other cultures, because we certainly don't do that here. We do a little scatting in jazz and things like that, but it's not to carry on or to be able to bring a tune to somebody. It's not like, I'm going to play this song for you and I'm going to sing it for you.
Yeah, and this is the whole song,
Yeah, this is
the whole
melody.
entire.
Right, so it's a very
kit and
unusual
caboodle.
art form. So we're going to listen to just a little bit of Seamus Fay, and he's an older gentleman. As a matter of fact, he may have passed since I've received this CD. This CD was recorded in Cavan in 2003, and I received it from, I want to say one of his family members sent it to me maybe 6 years ago, and he was still alive then. Older gentleman, Seamus Fay.
Cool stuff.
Dal the dee dal diddly dal dumpel dee diary dal diddly dal dumpel dee dal diddly dal dick the dal the dee dal the dee yo dang the dee dal diddly dal dumpel dee diary dal diddly dal the dee dal diddly dal dick the dal the dee dal the dee yo diary dal diddly dal dumpel dee diary dal diddly dal dumpel dee dal diddly dal dick the dal the dee dal the dee yo diary dal diddly dal dumpel dee diary dal the dee dal diddly dal the dal the dee dal the dee dal the dee yo you dal diddly dal diddly dal dumpel dee dal diddly dal diddly dal diddly dal the dee the dee dal do you dal diddly dal diddly dal the dee dal diddly dal diddly dal diddly dal the dee the dee dal do dee dal dee dal little dal diddly dal dumpel dee dal dumpel dee dal diddly dal dal the dee dal the dee yo you dal diddly dal 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 diddly dal dumpel dee dal diddly dal the dee dal the dee yo dal diddly dal dumpel dee dal diddly dal dumpel dee dal diddly dal the dee dal the dee yo dal diddly dal dumpel dee dal diddly dal the dee dal diddly dal the dee yo dal diddly dal dumpel dee dal diddly dal dumpel dee dal diddly dal the dee dal Yeah, all the diddle dump, all the diddle dum, all the diddle dump, diddle all the diddle dar, all the diddle dum, all the diddle dar, all the diddle dump, diddle dar, all the diddle dump, that diddle, all the diddle 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 diddle, all the diddle diddle dump, all the diddle dump, diddle dar, all the diddle dum, all the diddle dump, diddle all the diddle dar, all the diddle diddle, all the diddle dum, all the diddle diddle, all the diddle dump, all the Yeah, you did the little lolly diddly dump a little lolly, you did the little lolly diddly dump a lolly, diddly diddly lumber diddly diddly lumber diddly lolly diddly diddly do. Tanty diddly dimple, tanty little lumpy diddly lolly diddly diddly dumpy little lolly dar, all the diddly diddly dumpy diddly little lolly diddly 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 do. The day you did the little lolly diddly diddly dimple, the day you did the little lolly diddly diddly dump a diddly 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 dump a diddly 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 do. The day you did the little lolly diddly diddly lump then you diddle diddle lolly diddly diddle dump then the little lolly diddly diddle dump diddle diddly diddle do. Tanty diddly diddle dump diddle lump diddle lolly diddly diddly dump diddle lolly diddly diddle dump diddle lolly diddle lolly diddly diddle do. Tanty diddly diddle dump diddle lump diddle lolly diddly diddly dump diddle lolly diddly diddle dump diddle lolly diddly do. Then you diddle little lolly diddly diddle dump then you diddle little lolly diddly diddle dump diddle the little lolly diddly diddle dump diddle diddly diddle do. Then you diddle the little lolly diddly diddle dump then you diddle the little lolly diddly diddle dump diddle the little lolly diddly diddle dump diddle diddle do. Tanty diddly diddle dump little dump diddle lolly diddly diddle dump little lolly diddly diddle dump little lolly diddly diddle do. Tanty diddly diddle dump little dump diddle lolly diddly diddle dump little lolly diddly diddle dump little lolly diddly do.
All right, Seamus.
Seamus Fay, the Cavan Lilter. You need to Google him and see if there's anything online about him. Isn't that amazing? We were
It
trying
is.
to figure out what the syllables are that he uses. Of course, he uses like the diddly and a
Yeah.
dumpity and a. I think there's almost like a Doherty kind
Yeah.
of syllable kind of construction.
Pretty intense singing.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The air control.
Where he doesn't
If you
breathe.
try to do it,
Yeah.
it's very difficult. It sounds
Yeah.
like you just don't know the words, but it's not that at all.
I would have to have a paramedic.
Exactly. They'd have to come and kick us first and
Yes.
then revive us.
I know it.
Have to do it. So we're going to play a couple of tunes by a fiddle player who actually has a fiddle. And
Wow.
it's Eileen Ivers, so she's no slouch by any standard. And the first two tunes we're going to hear is a reel called Piper on Horseback. This is actually a Donegal tune. And then the second reel that's attached to this tune set, is Jenny's Chickens. And then we're going to listen to another set of tunes, which is the Maid at the Spinning Wheel and Scatter the Mud and Jimmy Ward's. And these are all, let me see, jigs, I think.
Well,
they're
didn't
jigs.
she come out of the Cherish the Ladies band?
Eileen
I think
Ivers,
she
I don't
did.
think she came out of the Cherish the
I think
Ladies.
she played with them one time.
I think she played with them,
Yeah.
yes. But I think Eileen Ivers might have already had a name for herself before that.
Yeah, I think you might be right there. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know that, so send me your. To let me know that on Facebook.
Yeah, well,
Live
just-
in the pub. That'd
Yeah,
be
or
a nice
drop
thing
in and
to
see us
hear.
at the White Crow and say
Listen.
hello. Yeah. Let's hear it.
around just knocking them dead as usual. She is a hot dog on that fiddle, let me tell you.
Wow.
Okay, so we're going to move on. We're going to hear a couple of cuts from one of our favorite fiddlers, Martin Hayes.
Martin Hayes, man, it's like glass, like liquid, like water. It's so smooth.
He's got great tone, great sense about the instrument.
Wonderful
You know, if
feel.
I was like stranded on an island or stuck in a rowboat floating around the ocean, Martin Hayes is the guy I'd want in the boat with me.
Yeah, if you only had one CD you could listen to for the rest of your life, that would be one of them.
It would be.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
just a phenomenal CD. So we're going to play a little bit more of it for you to close out our show. And I want to take a minute to just say thanks for coming and listening and being in the pub with us today. And make sure that you stop by our Facebook page, Live in the Pub, on Facebook, and let us know what you think and what you'd like to hear, and just leave a note. And remember that Liam puts the podcast up there as well. So if there are any weeks that you didn't get a chance to hear the show, you can go to our Facebook page, Live in the Pub, and you can hear the show. It's just a great thing. And also there's advertising opportunities as well on that, on the podcast.
If you'd be interested.
Yeah, so just, drop us a line and let us know what you think, and we can make changes, and we can keep doing whatever it is that you really love to hear. So I wanted to say thanks. And remember, too, that this is also a White Crow music production.
Absolutely is, yeah.
Caw, caw! Oh, caw! Oh, caw! Oh, caw! That's the Irish crow. Yeah.
Okay.
Aren't you glad I'm back? Yeah, I bet you are.
course
Okay,
we're glad.
so until next week, safe home.
Bye-bye. We'll see you next week right here, live in the pub. Here's John Knowlton's reel and another Paddy Fahey reel. Another Martin Hayes and Dennis Cahill. See you next week.
Thank you.